Yo, what's up? It's Darek Invests. You've heard it your whole life. $1 million is the magic number. $1 million and you're set for retirement. Even Grandma nods when she sees $1 million home in her neighborhood and says, they must be comfortable. But let me tell you something the financial gurus and Instagram influencers won't tell you. Very few Americans are truly ready to retire, and most of them are nowhere near $1 million in liquid, retirement-ready assets. Paper wealth, your house, your fancy car, your stock options that may or may not exist, doesn't pay your electricity bill. Today, we're stripping away all that fluff. We're looking at the cold, hard numbers, the reality behind the so-called millionaire retirement dream, and why most Americans are missing the mark by a mile. And if you're new here, hit subscribe to Darek Invests, because I don't sugarcoat, I don't sell hype, and I certainly don't pretend your savings are bigger than they are. This is about the truth, rebellion, and owning your financial destiny. Let's start with data. Numbers don't lie, even if your financial advisor does. According to the Federal Reserve, the median retirement savings for all American households is about $87,000. Yes, $87,000. And for those in their late 50s and early 60s, the group closest to retirement, median savings is only around $185,000. Let that sink in for a second. That's not a retirement fund. That's barely a runway for a couple of years if a health emergency hits. Now here's the kicker. Roughly 7% of Americans are millionaires by net worth. Sounds impressive, but only 2.6% of Americans actually have $1 million or more in retirement accounts. That means in a crowd of 100 people, maybe 2 or 3 are actually financially ready to retire. The rest are dreaming. And social media, Instagram, TikTok, you see all these financial influencers flexing portfolios and think you're behind. Stop! That's paper wealth. Paper doesn't pay bills. Cash does. Why such a massive gap? It's simple. Net worth is a vanity metric, not a freedom metric. Take this example. Person A, $900,000 house plus $100,000 in savings equals millionaire on paper. Can they retire tomorrow? Nope. Mortgage, utilities, insurance. That million doesn't liquidate fast enough. Person B, modest home plus $900,000 invested in a diversified portfolio. True freedom. That money grows, compounds, and pays bills. Stocks historically double every 7 to 10 years. Real estate, 4% appreciation annually if you're lucky. Big difference. Here's the American truth. Liquid investments beat brick and mortar every day when it comes to retirement readiness.
Now, let's talk reality. Assume a conservative 4 to 5% withdrawal rate. That's $40,000 to $50,000 per year from a $1 million portfolio before taxes. Add the average Social Security benefit. A retired couple might live on roughly $86,000 to $96,000 a year. In today's world, that's not yachts, not private jets. It's groceries, utilities, insurance, and maybe a vacation every couple of years. $1 million is not luxury. It's baseline security. And here's the kicker. Too many Americans don't even reach that baseline, yet think they're on track. That's the lie. So why don't people reach $1 million in retirement accounts? 1. Lifestyle inflation. Every raise, bonus, or promotion becomes a bigger house, fancier car, more gadgets. You look successful, but you're not building compoundable wealth. 2. Lack of consistency. Life interrupts even the best plans. Kids, medical bills, career setbacks. Suddenly, contributions stop, compounding stops, and the $1 million plan never materializes. 3. The mental block. People think they need to save $1 million outright. Wrong. You don't. You need time, plus compounding, plus consistent contributions. The math does the heavy lifting if you start early. Let me get personal. I've seen it all. The wins, the fails, and the ridiculous. John, 40-year career, saves aggressively, reaches $900K in retirement, panics, stops investing for 3 years, retires at 65 with $1.1 million. could have been 1.5 million. Lesson? Discipline alone isn't enough. Timing matters. Samantha, 35-year-old engineer, 50K in savings, starts aggressive index investing. By 60, she hits 1.2 million liquid. She retires comfortably. Lesson? Early start plus consistent investing beats late panic. Mark and Lisa, married couple, 1.5 million net worth, 900,000 tied in home equity. Couldn't retire without selling the house. Lifestyle kept them chained. Lesson? Liquid assets always beat paper wealth. The hardest part isn't math, it's mindset. We're wired to measure success by numbers on paper, house value, stock apps, net worth statements. But financial freedom is cash flow. That's control over your time. I've seen couples fight over $5,000 vacations while their portfolios earn $50,000 annually. Ridiculous. The real rebellion is saying, I will let the numbers work for me. I will spend wisely. I will plan strategically. That's the Darek Invests philosophy. Be a rebel. Question the system. Play smart, not by the default rules. Here's a shocker. $1 million is not even close to being enough for a luxurious retirement in many parts of the U.S. Consider, healthcare costs rise faster than inflation. State and federal taxes still bite into withdrawals. Inflation erodes spending power. Unexpected life events happen. $1 million, it's security, not indulgence. Even in affordable states, $1 million can fund a comfortable lifestyle for a couple. But in New York or California, you're scraping by if you want more than just the basics. So what do the real rebels do? Start early, every year counts, invest in liquid, diversified assets. Don't lock everything in your house. Control spending, don't inflate lifestyle with raises. Use compound interest as a weapon, not a suggestion. Plan for cash flow, not just net worth. You're not just saving, you're building freedom. And if you're thinking about late starts, don't panic. There are aggressive strategies for catching up, but they require discipline and brains, not luck.
Here's the thing. Most people don't realize, the bigger your paycheck, the faster lifestyle inflation eats your retirement. You get a promotion. Your first instinct? Upgrade the car, buy a bigger house, take a fancier vacation. All that shiny stuff feels like success, but it doesn't grow. I remember my colleague Dave earned $180,000 per year for 25 years. Every raise went to a new SUV or a bigger boat. By 55, he had a net worth of $1.2 million, but $900,000 of that was tied in the house and car. Guess how much liquid savings he had? $150,000. If the market crashes tomorrow or if he needs unexpected medical care, he's screwed, and he doesn't even know it. The lesson? You don't get rich to look rich. You get rich to be free. Free to retire, free to travel, free to live without a constant paycheck hanging over your head. This is the rebel truth nobody wants to hear. Discipline over decades beats trying to get rich fast. I've met people in their 60s with $50,000 in savings who start a late investing streak and never catch up. Others who contributed just $200 to $300 a month from age 25, they're millionaires by 60. Consistency is boring. Rock stars don't usually make boring headlines, so people underestimate it. But boring is what compounds over 40 years. You want fireworks? Fine, buy a Tesla or a yacht, but don't confuse it with freedom. Let's talk about paper wealth. It's everywhere. Your $900,000 home? Paper. Your $250,000 stock options at work? Paper until vested, and then only worth what someone else pays you. Your car? Very temporary paper. Real financial power comes from liquid invested assets that can work for you even if you're not working. Think about it. A $50,000 stock dividend today buys food, bills, or a vacation. A $50,000 increase in your home value? It's an invisible number until you sell. In my experience, the people who fail are too married to paper wealth. They feel rich, but they aren't free. Here's the detail most Americans miss. The timing of Social Security can make or break your retirement. Take two retirees. Person A retires at 62.
Take Social Security immediately. Smaller monthly checks, but early access. Ends up in a lower bracket early, which seems smart, right? Wrong. They miss the opportunity for a strategic Roth conversion during those low-income years. Person B retires at 62, delays Social Security until 70, uses the 60 to 70 window to do Roth conversions, optimize taxable withdrawals, and reduce future RMD impact. When Social Security kicks in, their taxes are much lower than Person A, and their portfolio grows faster because less is lost to taxes. It's not magic, it's strategic rebellion against the default rules. Retirement isn't just math, it's emotional warfare. I've seen couples with $2 million who fight over spending $200 on a vacation, while their portfolio grows by $20,000 a month. Why? Psychology, ego, identity. In America especially, men often tie self-worth to how much they earn and save, while women often tie freedom and happiness to how money is deployed and enjoyed. Men, I built this, I control it, I earned it. Women, are we living with it or just hoarding it? Financial independence without emotional alignment is like owning a Ferrari but never driving it. It's pointless. Rock stars of money aren't just financially smart, they're psychologically smart. They redefine success in terms of freedom, not digits. Health costs. People underestimate medical inflation, long-term care, unexpected emergencies, insurance premiums. These can consume 20 to 30% of your retirement withdrawals if unplanned. Taxes. Most Americans plan for pre-tax wealth growth, not after-tax spending power. $1 million looks huge on paper, but after taxes, you may be pulling $35,000 to $45,000 a year. Inflation. $1 million today is not $1 million in 20 years. Even moderate inflation erodes spending power. Stocks generally outpace inflation, but the timing and drawdown strategy matter. These traps silently eat your freedom while everyone's looking at Instagram millionaires thinking, I'm almost there. Here's where I love telling stories. Angela, former CFO, started late but disciplined. 35-year-old engineer, $50,000 savings. She doubled her savings in 10 years through a mix of index investing and Roth conversions. She's now fully liquid and retired comfortably at 60. Mark, small business owner, made $300,000 a year. Lifestyle creep consumed 70% of his raises. Retired with $1 million net worth, but only $200,000 liquid. He's stressed, has to work part-time to cover bills, same net worth but different freedom. Samantha, nurse in Texas. Say modestly, consistent contributions. By 55, she had $1.2 million liquid, no mortgage, and no debt. Travels 3 months a year, spends modestly, and still grows her wealth. The pattern? Discipline, early start, liquidity, mindset. Here's how the Darek mindset works. Start with reality. Know exactly how much is liquid, invested, and accessible. Ignore vanity metrics. Houses, fancy cars, stock option numbers are secondary. Freedom comes from what can pay your bills today and grow tomorrow. Time is your weapon. Even small contributions over decades compound massively. Be tax smart. Roth conversions, asset allocation, withdrawal sequencing. Fight back against default IRS rules. Psychology matters. Spend strategically. Enjoy life, but don't let ego dictate money. Redefine freedom. It's not yachts or big houses. It's control over your time and choices. Here's the bottom line. $1 million is the new baseline, not a finish line. If you understand this truth early, you already have a massive advantage over 97% of Americans. Retirement readiness isn't about looking rich. It's about having money that shows up every month, rain or shine. I'm Darek, your financial rockstar rebel. I'm here to shake up conventional wisdom, expose lies, and help you fight the system legally. If you want more real talk about retirement, taxes, investing, and building true financial freedom, hit subscribe to Darek Invests. Remember, it's not about how much you own. It's about how much of what you own works for you.